What's up, y'all? It's your girl J Rene with Prison Riot Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This afternoon, we have a brother on the phone by the name of Darrell Lavine. He's an author and a writer, and we're gonna, chat with him and find out more about his book. Hello?
What's going on, Miss Rene?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm alright, hanging in there, fighting the struggle.
All right. I know that's right. So we definitely appreciate you for taking this time to chat with us about your book and things like that. So thank you for being able to be here.
And thanks for having me. It is a pleasure.
All right, for sure. So let's jump right into it. Tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Everybody, my name is Darrell Lavine, but everybody knows me as Midnight. I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey, so shout out to the whole Essex County, especially Bloomfield. I'm a new author, as you see. We're going on with this interview. I'm an aspiring journalist. I'm a poet. I'm an activist, an advocate, for justice. I'm very big on mental health awareness. As far as my writing books and the way I author, mine is aimed at using my voice, speaking up for those who can't speak up for themselves, especially, women, children, the LGBTQ, all those who don't have their voice. This is where I come in at.
Okay. So what got you into writing, and how long have you been writing?
I actually, as far as I started doing poetry, and I didn't really notice it till I failed. I was convicted in 2010, and 2 weeks in, I wrote my first poem. Mm-hmm. But I really didn't take it serious until about 3.5 years ago, when I was one of 25 men chosen to be in a seminary, a ministry and seminary course for Southeastern, and it started there. Once I was able to get to a computer and really be able to research and see a few things outside of the world of what's really going on.
Okay. So writing kind of comes a little natural, it seems, as well.
Yes, it's a gift, especially with the words that come. A lot of times, I don't know where they come from, so it's a gift.
Right, for sure. So tell us about your first book. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. It's a book dedicated to uplifting women. Me being a father myself to a 13-year-old little girl, and seeing the struggles that women come through. Mm-hmm. And I think really what piqued my interest with it was seeing, the women that are around me in here, and the way men look at them, and the way that they're treated, and even hearing their stories of the struggles that they go through. And now looking at my daughter, who is now a teenager, and just seeing what she's going through without me being there, and knowing that she doesn't have that father figure to really lead her, guide her, and protect her. And I know, women go through a lot of struggle. So as far as the book itself, the book is titled Our Divine Women, Their True Nature and Equality Amongst Men. And it's basically, God's vision, for the creation as a whole, but especially women, which can be summed up with one word, which is love. And love is the epitome of strength. The idea of how our women are treated today is from misconceptions of religious books as well as teachings. And Our Divine Women is aimed at, bringing to the surface the many thought-provoking realities of women as who they are as our equals, and the amazing strength that they have portrayed throughout the test of time. So it's really bringing an awareness to them of who they are, because a lot of them have been through so many struggles, have been through fighting through gender equality and all these different things. And I'm a man that's sitting here speaking for them and pushing for women's empowerment, whether it's in a church, whether it's in a mosque leading a prayer, whether it's in the government positions. We wouldn't be here without women, and I will hope everybody will be able to see that.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you for that. I'm sure our listeners will as well. Women, definitely, we have our own struggles in this world, so for it to be seen and for you to actually want to say and do something about it is very commendable. I definitely appreciate that, for sure.
No problem.
Yeah. Can you tell us of some influential women in your life?
Right now, I told you I've been gone off the streets since 2008. Mm-hmm. So I've been battling this corrupted system for the last 14 years. I was actually sentenced to a life sentence. So, right now I'm fighting to get back in court. And I think this fall into the system is what has awoken the beast, as many would say, of the fighter that has come out to really fight for those who don't have a voice. Because I've always had one, but I've always led people in the wrong direction. So I guess I've been blessed with a gift to realize this, and now I aim to right my wrongs to help those, especially the youth. I told you, I'm in the midst of graduating. I should be graduating in December and getting my bachelor's in ministry and counseling. So, my aim is for the youth because this is the up and coming generation. So a lot of things are going to be aimed at them, but it's for everybody in the whole, young and old. And, I just pray that once I'm out of here, that it's something that I can do to help. We've had many greats before who have done it. And I hope to be one that's actually seen to set a trend in a way and get things going and bring change about this generation and upcoming generation.
For sure. We definitely got to make sure we invest in our youth. That's like of the utmost importance, you know what I mean? So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated even though, you've been in the G-War for such an extended period of time? What keeps you going?
Really my daughter and getting out there to her, but I also have a grandmother who is very spiritually very strong, who's been there her whole life. Her name is Monica Anderson. I love you, Grandma. Shout out to her. And she just kept me going, as well as my mom, and family being there to push me to, not give up. Because, as I told you, I'm also very big on mental health awareness. I actually have 2 books that I'm working on. One of them is actually finished, and she'll be coming out soon. And it's this one in here in particular. It's a book of 63 poems that speaks of all the different things that I've, been going through as I've been fighting depression and even learning that I had it and overcoming it. And I think, the spark within me that hit me was back in 2018, December 12th to be exact, which was my last suicide attempt and me surviving. It was just something that was awakening, like, it's a reason why you're here. So me realizing that and now noticing the other guys in here who are suffering mentally, don't have family, don't have anybody that can speak up for them, it's now I feel as though it's my job and my duty and my responsibility to step up and make that happen.
For sure. And since we're talking about, behavioral health and mental health, let me ask you this. Do you feel like the facility that you're at supports the well-being of those that are incarcerated mental health? Do they have support for that?
You have a few officers who are, they will step up and do what they can. As far as, the psychiatrist that's here, Ms. Walco, at one point in time, I was actually going to see her for my problems, but I overcame it. I was one, of course, when you go to therapy, they offer you medication, but I told them there's one thing I'm not going to do because medication is the same thing as a drug. It's a stimulant, and all it does is alter the mind. It doesn't handle the problem. And that's what a lot of men are dealing with in here. And there's women in women's facilities that are dealing with it, and there's people in the streets who are dealing with it. Childhood trauma, things that they went through when they were young, and some who suffer some from adults, but they don't know how to overcome it. And by them not overcoming it, these are the problems that they have, whether it's incarceration, whether it's poverty, or, these other tragic events that's going on. So, as far as this facility, and especially being a facility where they have a seminary here, I believe more can be done. But it's me getting people behind me to actually push the issue forward to be heard. And even with mental health awareness, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't believe it's a big enough platform for the awareness to be put out there. So this is why we see the rise in deaths by somebody of their own hands.
Okay. Dope. That's a deep answer, bro. I appreciate that. So before I let you go, let me ask you this. What advice would you give someone that is, just coming into incarceration and has a little bit of time over their head? What advice would you give them?
The one thing I would say is to educate yourself, and the word I would use is to stimulate your mind on something other than what got you in there. They have libraries in here, and, for those who have family, have your family up, order books that's going to really change your whole perspective of life, and it all depends on who's coming, especially if you're the youth. If you're the youth, more than likely you came in behind something that's dealing with gangs or something that deal with the streets. It's not something that loves you, so I don't think you should love it. I think you should let it go. You know, I was one who was a gang member, and I let all of that go because it's headed down the road of destruction. It's not doing any saving. So my best advice is to stimulate your mind, because it's something called the 90% rule, and I actually spoke of that in this book, where everything is 90% mental, 10% physical. If you ever let the physical outweigh the mental, you will fall every time.
All right, for sure. Tell people where they can find your book at.
You can find it on Amazon. They have it in ebook. They also have the physical copy for $14.99. For those who want to reach, I have family who's out there who's also, you know, even if you want to buy from them directly to support us, you know, I have family out there. You can reach me at, you know, Darrell Lavine at Facebook, or you can email me at Lavine, LAVINE, VARRELL at yahoo.com, and you know, I'll have family seeing it, and we will get the books to you. And for those who, like I told you, I'm big on being a voice for those. It's a site to where, you know, you can conversate with us behind this wall. It's a site called Text Behind. TEXTBEHIND.com. And what you would do is you'll go in and put in our name as well as our prison ID number, and our stuff will come up, and you'll be able to write us directly through that, because they no longer allow mail to come in. My inmate opus number is 108-3550. So anybody who mental health, an idea, something that needs help with, and I can help, feel free to write me, and I will answer back.
All right, for sure, bro. You got any last minute shout outs?
You have 60 seconds remaining.
No, I just want to, you know, shout out everybody, you know, all the family, my pops, Trevor, friend Shawana, Cherish, you know, I love you guys, man. My daughter Tanaya, this is for you. I love you. You know, those who are fighting mental health, man, you got somebody that's here with you. You are not alone.
All right, bet.